Hey everyone, this is me, finally about the Amazing Spider Boy. She-Hulk episode 9 review and breakdown. So let's get to the video. So now Jennifer Walters has been arrested at the jail because due to the things which she did in the previous episode. I hope you remember that. So now Mallory Burke, Nikki Ramos, and Augustus Burke comes to visit Jennifer Walters. And so Mallory Book asks to Jennifer Waters, why would you do such thing? Because you did a big chaos. So, and she explains all this stuff because they showed my footage and I was so angry. So now please help me to get me out of this case. So Mallory Book says to Jennifer Waters, so we asked for a plead case. So under one condition. So she asked what are the terms. So that's when they tied a detector wrist something on her legs, so they can track wherever that Jennifer Waters is going, so or whether she does a crime or something like that. So now she has been freed due to the wrist on her legs. So whatever the things which happened because of that, she has been fired from her job. She has been living in her dad and parents house, and so she's kind of been disturbed minded because she lost everything. But anyways, Nikki Ramos is still working in the company. So now Jennifer Waters has only one thing in her mind, is to find who the hulking people is, because they are the people, the group who tried to damage her name, damage everything from her. So she only has one thing, is to find who that is and who's behind this. So she was just having a pad, and she was just trying to just recollect her mind, so who could be. And so that's when Nikki Ramos comes and helps her, but still they couldn't find anything. So that's when her mom just comes and shows a college video of Jennifer Waters, so where she dances stupidly. So she just shows it to Nikki Ramos. So she gets angry, so but please don't show this. And so anyway, so they both left. So now she's totally alone and she doesn't know what to do because she doesn't have any job and nothing. So that's when she comes up with the mind. So Emil Blonsky has actually just said that you can come here anytime you want. If you could see the other episode 7. So yeah, it's episode 7 where J-Force comes to his house and all the stuff, So she comes up with an idea for give a message to Emil Blonsky, but even he didn't reply. But anyways, so she comes up with the idea to go to his house and so be free over there, for she can come up with all the depression from her mind. So she goes there. And now Nikki Ramos is actually in her office, and so she just goes to the hulking group, and so she sends the video from an anonymous account, so she could find who could be us and where they live, and so they could give any clue to her. So that's when she sends the video in that account, that the video where Jennifer Walters dances stupidly in a college time. So she sends the video. So but anyway, she did that for Jennifer Walters, for her good. So she sends it, and that's when the head of the hulking just that's great, man, thank you for uploading this video, please do come to the event tonight. And so that's when, okay, so we almost got near to him. So that's when she gets to go to Augustus Park to get help. Jennifer Waters has now finally come to the place where Blonsky lives in. The place where all the group of people who just stays in the house, where even Emil Blonsky was the head. So that's when a person, the one who tried to beat She-Hulk. So that's when he comes and says, "Hello, welcome here." So you're just finally you come. So I'm very happy. So she asks her, okay, now, yeah, I came here to get a peaceful mind. So can I get a room or something? And he says, of course you can get a room. So just come inside. So now she has been settled in the house. Cut from that, now we are in the scene where Nikki Ramos and Augustus Burke into the place where the event is happening. Now Nikki Ramos asks Augustus Burke to go inside that event, and so just find the who created this thing, so we can like catch up him, and so we can help Jennifer Walters. So he gave like like kind of the phone here, so that he could like communicated with her in the car. So he goes inside there. So now Mickey Mouse stays in the car, so she can listen to whatever he says. So now Augustus Bug goes inside, and she just like gets to know the people, but no one was like familiar to him. And that's when he sees Todd Phillips. Yeah, guys, he's the same guy who dated She-Hulk, the She-Hulk fetish guy. So he's the one who created the Hulking. So he just like comes near to Augustus, and Augustus, but wow, it's so nice to see you, man. I know that you hate Jennifer Walters. Thank you so much for coming. And so he introduced them to all the other people around that he went to. So he he explains what Augustus Bug does and what he does. So he's just like, okay, now we are gonna give a speech. So now Nikki Vamos got all the information by Augustus Bug through the phone. So the earphone. Okay, so that's when, oh, okay, so I didn't expect this. So now we got an idea. So I think I'm gonna come inside to the event. So now Todd Phillips goes into the auditorium, and he just like gives a speech. So now we are gonna introduce our founder. So we are very happy to have him. Please let's welcome Emil Blonsky. And when I saw that, I literally got shocked from that, because Emil Blonsky is kind of like the founder of this thing. I mean, he's like, just like comes there with the abomination thing. He just like comes with the abomination, because though the code gave not to transform himself into the abomination, so he just comes there and gives a speech. And when Jennifer Waters just hears a noise in the house, in some kind of in a room. So she just like goes inside, goes to the room. So what are the noises coming from? And she opens the door, and she sees Emil Blonsky in abomination form. So she got so shocked of seeing him, and so she was like, Emil? And so Emil Blonsky sees Jennifer Walters, and he transforms himself into the human Emil Blonsky form, and it kind of explains that. And that's when Augustus Bug just like stands up. No, Jennifer Walters, don't believe him. He's like he created this. So, and even that's when Nicky Vamos comes inside that event. So, yeah, he was right. It was all Emil Blonsky and Todd Phillips who were behind this hulking thing. So now we gotta better do something. And so Jennifer Walters like so shockingly sees Todd Phillips, and why are you doing this? And Todd Phillips just says to Jennifer Walters, you remember the tape which got leaked in the auditorium? You remember Josh? So yeah, I was the one who sent him to you to seduce you and to get all the blood from you. Yeah, I finally got the blood from you, and even I got my team to synthesize it, so now I can use it. So he just opened the injection, and he just showed it to Jennifer Walters. So see, this is your blood, and I'm gonna inject into myself, and I'm gonna become a Hulk, and I'm gonna destroy you. So he injects himself that blood, and for 5 seconds nothing happened. And then later, after 5 seconds, he turned himself into a Hulk, and that was like kind of a weird. And so he was like showing off to the people, yeah, I'm Hulk now. And that's when another person just breaks the door and comes into the auditorium, and it's none other than Titania. So she was like, what the hell is going on? It's Titania and Hulk. What are you guys doing here? So now Todd Phillips just like goes to punch Jennifer Walters, and Emil Blonsky just like stopped that. No, don't do this. And no, Jennifer Walters got saved from abomination. So, but still the fight is going on. But that's when Hulk comes from another, from up. So now he comes there into the event, and so there's a big chaos fight happening between Hulk and Abomination. And so Jennifer Walters was like, oh my god, what the hell is happening? You know what? I mean, like, this is not this happening. What is going on? And guess what? So now the show that just got exited from, and it got menu. So now we got to the menu of the Disney Plus, and that was like very shocking me, because even I thought, when I was watching the show, I mean, I thought that something was happening, but it was actually in the show. So she breaks the fourth wall, so she just opened the menu of the Disney Plus, and so she comes into another show inside it. So kind of like, from our world. So she comes to the set of She-Hulk is happening. So now she goes to the room where all the directors and the producers were discussing. So she goes inside there, and the directors, the producers, so shockingly she said, "Oh my God, what is happening? How could she come out of the show? She actually come out of the show." And so she explained this. "I mean, guys, you're the directors. So what the hell are you doing this? What kind of show is this? This is like the worst way to do a show to end this season. I mean, what the hell is this, guys?" So, and they explained this. "Sorry, we can't do this. This is what Kevin wants." And so I know that it's Kevin Feige, and I was so hyped for that, because oh my God, that's the mean they're gonna show Kevin Feige? But anyways, so they explained it to Jennifer Walters. This is what Kevin wants, so this is the reason why we do this. So, and Jennifer Walters said to them, "I need to speak to Kevin," and they were laughing so hard, because there is no chance of meeting Kevin. But anyways, no guys, I'm gonna meet to Kevin, and I'm gonna talk to him about this. So now she goes to the place where Kevin Feige isn't, but the receptionist asks, "Who are you and what do you want?" But I need to meet Kevin Feige. But anyways, so he called and said, "No, but you're not allowed." So that's when the security comes in to get Jennifer Walters go back to get outside. But anyway, she punched all the securities who tried to stop her. But yeah, so she beat them all up, and she goes to the room where Kevin Feige is in. So when she goes to the room, it's when an AI machine just comes into her and tells her, "Hi, I'm Kevin Feige." So I mean, they just like Kevin, so they didn't mention any Feige, the second name. But anyways, they just only mentioned Kevin. So I thought that they were gonna introduce Kevin Feige to this, but they didn't. So anyways, Kevin Feige, the AI machine, explains it. So, "I'm the owner of this. I'm gonna do whatever I wanted." But Jennifer Walters plead to please do something about this. This is not the show. So I don't think this is great. And the conversation just happens between them. So anyways, okay, Kevin agrees to this. So what kind of ending do you want? So first of all, please don't make Chad into the Hulk. So that's not it. So even she pointed at Hulk and show, and even, "Please remove him. We don't want to know." So why? He just needs to explain why he went there. Okay, save it for the next movie. So moreover, please don't change Emil into Abomination. So just like get him to back to his farm. So anyways, they changed it, and she thanked Kevin for this. So now she sent her to the show again, to her show again. So now after it's got over, the fight got over, and now it's all over, the fight is over. But anyways, but Todd is actually needs to go to the court case. So he has a court case, and that's when Daredevil come. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I forgot to mention that even she asked, "Please make Daredevil come to this show to the Kevin, the AI machine." So he says, "Okay, I agree to this." So Daredevil is at the end of the show, so he just comes over jumping at Agent. Emil Blonsky has to go to jail for another 10 years because he transformed himself in the Abomination again. So he has to go to jail for 10 years. Anyway, he signs it and he just goes there. So now Jennifer Walters and Matt Murdock is in the barbecue lunch, so with Jennifer Walters' parents. So they're having a barbecue party, like kind of like a family get together in her parents' house. So even Matt Murdock was there. So he introduced himself. "I'm Matt Murdock. I'm blind." So so they get know about all Matt Murdocks. So yeah, so they were having a good time, and that's when Hulk comes to the get together party, and he was like, "Hi guys." So, and even Jennifer Walters says to Matt Murdock, "This is my cousin Bruce," and so he was explained that, "I'm sorry guys, I've been off for a while. I went to Sakar for a while, and I would like you to meet a person. So I'd like you to introduce my son, Scar." And so that's when his son Scar comes in the Hulk form, and so that was a really great detail, guys. So I think leads up to the next Hulk movie. And now they show us the scene where Jennifer Walters goes inside the court case. So that's when the interviewer asks him, "So what's going to be your next plan?" So then he explains, I'm gonna be I will be available for any danger, and I'm gonna rescue the people as Jennifer Walters and as She-Hulk too. So that's where they ended the show. There's a post credit in the series. So the post credit is where Emil Blonsky is now in the jail, but so while he was there, a portal just opens, and in that portal, Wong comes, and Emil Blonsky was, "Oh my god, I was waiting for so long time." So anyways, thank you for coming. So he just like gets Emil Blonsky into his house, and so I think even this leads up to another next project, but I don't know what it is. So yeah, so this is the post credit. So now let's get into the breakdown.
The first detail is the intro of where the intro of Jennifer Walters. They just shows kind of like, the vintage style of intro. So this is the same intro of the 1970s The Incredible Hulk TV series. So it's the Bill Bixby's the Incredible Hulk. So even in that show they had the same intro. So now they kind of did they paid a tribute to him. So even if you could see the Mark Ruffalo in the same costume of Bill Bixby in that show. So I think this is the great detail, and so I think this is the first detail. The second detail is when Jennifer Waters just goes through the messages where she could find Emil Blonsky. So she had a lot of people in that text. So in that text you could see a person called Nova at it's exactly around 7.17 minutes. So I think that it's detailed to the Nova, the superhero Nova from Guardians of the Galaxy. But I think this is in my perspective, I think that this is a detail to Nova. So this is my detail. So this is the second detail which I found. The third detail is when Jennifer Walters explains to the AI machine Kevin. So why do all Marvel movies end up in the same way? So I think even if you could see this, something like she says mentions the name Flash. So I think this could be related to the character Flash from the Marvel, friend of Peter Parker. And even so, she mentions the super serum. So that's related to Captain America's super serum. So yeah, this is the third detail. So around 22 minutes and 30 seconds, the scene where Jennifer Walters asks to remove Hulk from this scene because he doesn't need in this fight. So that's when the AI machine Kevin says to Jennifer Walters, "No, we need him so he could explain that. So where he gone? So why did he come here?" And Jennifer Walters says, "Okay, save it up for the next movie." So I think the next movie is the World War Hulk, the movie which everybody is expecting. So I think this the really massive detail because it's the World War Hulk that which everyone wants. So I think this is the detail of the World War Hulk movies. So yeah, this is the fourth detail. So this is all the detail which I found. I think every detail is like a massive detail because Nova, the super serum, Flash, and the World War Hulk movie. So yeah, so I have found 4 details. So yeah, so this is all the details which I found.
So today's episode was good. So yeah, Jennifer Walters broke the fourth wall, and so even they introduced the Marvel Studios, and even they introduced Kevin, not like like physically, but some kind of like an AI machine. But then that was kind of fun. That was good. So my rating for today's episode would be 7.5 out of 10. So yeah guys, so anyway, so today is the last episode. So this is the last episode. So now the She-Hulk series review and breakdown has got over. So I'm very happy to do this finally, you know. So I did all the 9 episodes and I'm very happy about it. I thought, you know, of giving up this because, you know, it's due to the I have my work. I got a lot of work to do. You know, I had a lot of homeworks and all this stuff, but still I did this video to make you, you know, to get satisfied to you. So yeah guys, so hope you enjoyed this video. Put a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. See ya. Bye.